This is Moments of Truth with Andrew Marks, co-founder of Success Hacker. Today I have with me Chad Jasmin, VP of Customer Success at Wi-Tronix. Chad, thanks for making time for me today. Tell us a bit more about your company and what you're responsible for in your role.
Andrew, thank you for first inviting me to this. I'm super excited today to share part of my conversation with you. Here at Wi-Tronix, we are a technology company that provides solutions to railroads. We help them identify and improve their safety, reliability, and efficiencies across their network. My role here at Wi-Tronix is as a Vice President of Customer Success is to ensure a successful onboarding and throughout their journey here with Wi-Tronix, optimizing the solutions that we sell.
Chad, everyone seems to have a technology solution these days in customer success. What technologies are you leveraging that helps your CSM team drive positive outcomes with your customers?
That's a great question. We've taken a lot of time to focus on that recently, building out our technology stack, supporting our customer success team. So there's actually a couple solutions we're actually using today. One of them is Salesforce. We have implemented our success plans directly in Salesforce to share that with the rest of the business to make sure that that's very visible and very transparent. We've implemented just recently Community within our particular portal, and that has been a massive way for us to communicate and engage from our user base. That has allowed ideas, discussions. Our product team is now putting the roadmaps in there. Our customers are now able to engage directly with our product team. Our customers are actually providing insights and inputs. They're giving us new use cases that we haven't decided or actually were aware of before. And from a CSM, from a day-to-day stuff, client success is where we've invested our time and money. We've seen a lot of great linkages with success scores. Again, it's one of those things you hear the industry talk about health scores and things like that. That's kind of a negative way to look at it. So what I really liked about the client success team was we're talking about how do we achieve success. So we have a lot of our different SLAs, KPIs are actually driven in there. We have usage. Delighted is who we use from an NPS, from a CSAT and CES survey type platform. That's all built within client success. So you can actually get a 360 on your particular customer, as well as we've been able to put our what we call plays. We look at it kind of like a football team. Is what play are we running right now? Is it a new onboarding for a new customer? Is it a new onboarding for a new product? Or is it a new feature? So we do a lot of success plays around that. So that has made us a lot more consistent on our approach, as well as we've been able to map our engagement. How many times are our CSMs reaching out and having meaningful contact with our customers? We have some of those metrics that we've defined with our team. I felt that's been very important because our team now has very objective measures. They understand where they're being measured and monitored and what we're focusing on. And along the way, we're able to quickly adjust those within client success and Salesforce and even Community. So those three tools are how we actually are working within our customer success team today.
So tell me about the success plan in Salesforce. You're using the one-page success plan, the one that we teach, or a version of that?
Yes. Other than a little bit of Wi-Tronix branding to it, we have taken the success plan, implemented that directly in Salesforce, and that allows us to track our edits and modifications because our team is actually updating those either monthly or quarterly. And then we're able to save those off in a historical type view so we can go back to previous years to see what have we been doing, where we've worked them through the process. So that has all been directly placed in Salesforce. That allows our sales team, our marketing team, our product team to see exactly where those things are coming from. And as we go into our what we call PI increments, as part of our safe agile approach here, is we bring that information right up, and that's the stuff that we're working on. If it's not in a success plan, we're not going to be working on it with our product team.
And then on the Community, love the idea of Community. It sounds like your customer base has really adopted the Community. Is the Community moderated? Do you have somebody that's moderating the Community? How do you deal with the Community?
The Community is something we're still learning. It's been just under a year since we've deployed it. So we do have a person that's focusing on the Community to make sure that we're getting meaningful content and value in there. One of the things we have done is from a business perspective, each team that collaborates or provides information back to the customer, they have different inputs. So our example is our product team owns all the engagement interactions from ideas. So when an idea comes in or things get filtered up, we actually send notifications or alerts, monthly reports, weekly reports. we're also looking at that. And we actually report that to our board on the level of engagement. So just by having that naturally within our board deck, it provides a lot of focus and visibility. We've had some of our customers call us out on being a little bit slow to respond on some things. So that's been one of the things that we've continued to evolve, and we continue to put a lot of pressure and time and money into it because we see that the overall value is that self-service platform. And we've had a lot of positive feedback with our customers saying, man, I just want it like that YouTube channel. I just want it like that Google. And we've structured it to that way. We've built AI in there, the self-service articles based on what people are searching, what topics, and that has provided a ton of content and a ton of just efficiency that our customers don't always have to wait for us to respond or reach back out to us. They can actually self-service on a Saturday at 10 a.m. without having to worry about is it Monday and can I get a hold of my customer success manager.
Has it? Have you noticed or have you documented a decrease in support calls? Have you been successful in like call deflection using the community?
Absolutely. We've actually built in, because we are not only a SaaS company, we actually have a hardware component to our particular business. And we actually have customers that can schedule repairs and requests for repairs right in the particular portal itself. That has massively reduced the call load on our technical support team because they're no longer having to interact with those particular points. The customer can self-service, can get actually their number, get the request, get everything shipped off in seconds versus having to make a phone call, wait for us to pick up the phone, go through the whole process. That has sped things quite a bit. Troubleshooting, Q&A, and things like that have definitely decreased our thing. We actually report that directly out to our board. What's been the impact from an efficiency perspective, and that's been a massive game changer. Our core right now this year and the next couple of years is to grow our customer base, but not grow our headcount in those same type of ratios. And community was actually put in place to actually allow us to do that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Fiscally responsible growth. And then you mentioned in client success. Yeah, I think everybody understands success scores and usage. The play. You've loaded your plays into client success.
Yeah, client success has a thing called success cycles. So you can actually create success cycles within there to create a repeatable process. So we have multiple ones loaded. We actually have them by quarter because there's certain things that we want a CSM to accomplish within a quarter. Then we have different ones focused on different parts of the business. So if someone is getting ready to do a business review, how do we keep that business review very consistent in the flow as what we expect? They actually will load that particular cycle up. You actually can embed content in there like a PowerPoint, Word document, tips and tricks and tools. You can link those back to, we also use like SharePoint or your internal things like Box and stuff. You can actually direct things back. So we found that to be very relevant because then I can see from a very top level, where's that CSM at in that particular cycle? Are they behind? Are they ahead of schedule? Do they need help? And making sure that we're delivering on a consistent, sustainable process is really how we've implemented that around using client success.
So what came first, the process or the system?
The process came first. The system is a little bit complex at the beginning if you don't have the process. So we actually took a step back, put it into an Excel spreadsheet, documented, and we're very easily able to upload that into client success. That was one of our big selling points of working with that particular team was the time to value on that. Because I didn't need a solution that was going to take me 6 months to integrate, 6 months to get things going. We were in about 2 months able to get most of our plays uploaded into client success and have our team start to structure on that. And then the iterative approach that we've been able to work with that with client success and their team in connections between Salesforce have been amazing. And we're actually completely all in. We're 100% committed between client success and Salesforce. We have our integrations, we have our delighted surveys and all that stuff in there. So we're excited to see how that continues to play out. Our last thing that we're doing in 2020 is taking community content and relating that back into from a user level, because client success actually allows us to save that down to a user level. So we're going to take that, and that will be our next building block in 2020.
That's great. Well, it's good. It's good to hear. I think there's a lot of people out there, a lot of companies out there that think they could just throw a system at a problem, at a customer success problem, and nothing could be further from the truth. You got to understand what the process is. You understand what it is you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to measure before you put the system in. But it sounds like you're making all of the right moves to be able to support the objective of supporting a scaling customer base without having to needlessly scale your team. The solution is not to throw bodies at it. It's to grow in a fiscally responsible way. So that's good to hear. Hey, thank you for the perspective and the input on systems and how they're having an impact on the way you deliver success.